Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a realistic skin drawing tutorial. I get asked a lot how I create my realism, hyper-realism skin texture, so I'm going to show you guys how I do that, how I blend, how I add details, textures, highlights, shadows, all that jazz. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make two different skin tones. I'm going to be doing a light skin tone and a dark skin tone. I'm doing this on the Strathmore Tone Tanned sketchbook, and I'm just going to be using a mixture of the Prismacolor pencils, Arteza pencils and the Polychromos Faber-Castell pencils. First I'm just going in with this very kind of auburny brown colour, and I'm just going to kind of go around all around the sides and slowly make a gradient going in with lighter shades. As I'm kind of blending this in, I'm just using circular motions, like going around in circular motions very lightly, and this will just gradually bring the colour in. It's just a technique that I like to use personally. Just personal preference, I guess, at the end of the day. I'm trying not to use too many colours as it can get kind of confusing in the process, but right now I'm just going in with a peachy pink colour as my next kind of gradient colour, and I'm just going to build this in, and I'll do this all over, and then I'll work my way in on top of it for the highlights. Whenever I'm drawing skin, I try not to use too many different shades. I just try and use like max 4, between 3 to 4 pencils, different shades, or else it just gets a bit too confusing, I find. And I also think it's like kind of unnecessary to use like millions of different pencils just to create one skin tone. It's only really that necessary just to use a few of them, and also just to help save some time and not confuse yourself either. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going in with a slightly darker brown. I'm just going around the edges, and I'm going to build this in, and just to get a harsher kind of gradient, so this is more shadowed and then this area will be a lot more highlighted. So I'm just going to go in and do this, and then I'll be back. I've just kind of built all of this up, and now I'm just going to go in with the original colour that I started with, the kind of ambery kind of brown colour, and I'm going to just blend this out into it so it starts to create a gradient. Again, just using circular motions and blending this in so that it all blends into each other really smoothly. You can already see that it's starting to blend really nice. So what I'm starting to do now is kind of bring it up towards the top as well, and just blending it out really softly around here. Just using circular motions to blend this out kind of in towards the centre. As you can see, I'm just bringing this in closer and closer to the centre. My circles are getting a lot bigger now, because I'm just trying to cover a bit more area. And now I'm going to go in with the peach pink tone. So now that that peach colour is down, kind of looks like a bouncy ball right now. I'm gonna just take this kind of cream tone, and I'm gonna blend this into the center, and then we're gonna use white. So I'm just blending this in. It's lightened up quite a lot, as you can tell. There are a lot of areas here that still need to kind of be blended in, so I'm just gonna finish blending this in off camera, and I will come back when it is all nice and blended, and then we'll go in with our white for the highlights. Okay, now I'm just taking my white pencil, and I'm just going kind of aggressively and just kind of blending it out, like around here, just blending it out so that it's all nice and smooth, and then really focusing it in the center so that it's like really a lot lighter there for the highlights, to show that that is where the highlights are. And I'm kind of just using like the side of my pencil, like holding it at the side and leaning really hard so that just kind of goes a lot smoother and covers more of the surface area. And that's pretty much it. You can use a gel pen and add in some highlights. I'll show you guys how to do that. So when it comes to using your gel pen, you can use two different techniques. You can use like dotting, so you can just dot in the colour, or you can just kind of use like squiggles and go in like circular motions and stuff. This just makes it like a bit more natural looking, and then I like to go in with my finger and blot it out. I call it the dot and blot method, so I will add dots and then I will blot it out with my finger. And that's basically how you draw light skin tones. This is obviously like quite dramatic, like shadows and then highlights, but this is basically the gist of it, how you get that texture using circular motions to blend. That honestly, using circular motions to blend out your colours will literally save you so much time, and it just looks so much more natural, and you don't then have like a lot of crossed lines and stuff, unless if you're going for the crosshatch kind of look, then like go for it. But apart from that, it really gives a very natural and very smooth blend. It just looks more realistic, and then the highlights obviously really add to it as well, and just gives the whole element of realism. So that's how I always blend out my skin tones in all my drawings, and yeah, that's how you can do it as well. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for part 2, where I'm going to do dark skin tones. And if you want to see more tutorials and stuff, make sure to comment down below what sort of tutorials you want. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye guys!